What's up, brothers and sisters? Your brother G World 7_D. I want to make a correction that I said. I talked about how Kentucky State won 3 national titles. They won their 3 national titles under the NAIA banner from 1970 to 1972. So they won in 70, 71, 72. And Tennessee A&I, which is now Tennessee State, won with John McClendon, and I want to say from 57 to 59. So they won in 3 in the late 50s under legendary coach John McClendon, which was Tennessee A&I until 1968. I believe that was the year it was Tennessee A&I. It became Tennessee State University. Then Tennessee A&I, I want to say it was an agricultural and industrial. So Tennessee Agricultural and Industrial College. Yeah, they won the 3 in the 50s, and then Kentucky State won the 3 in the early 70s. And the last NAIA champion from HBCU was, I want to say, Texas Southern in 1977. So I want to make that correction. They won on the NAIA, which is a little bit under, it's under the NCAA, because the NCAA has Division 1, 2, and 3. And, in football, they have FBS, which is football um, bowl subdivision, and FCS, football champion subdivision. So you have Division 1, that's Division 1 period. And then you have Division 1 FCS, and then 2, then 3. Now, obviously, you have the NAIA, you So, I wanted to correct myself on that. I also want to say a quick things. You know, I want, I always talk about learning your true history. And brothers and sisters, you gotta learn your true history. Anyone at this very day that's still telling you that you're descendant of West African slaves, that we only been here for 500 years, that the original people over here were, quote, pale, so-called Mongoloid people. Anyone who's still telling you that today in 2023 is an idiot, a fool, and a sellout, and just stupid. Because there's too much information out there, man. There's too much information out there letting you know who the original people here. The Tainos, the Arawak, and the Caribs are originally Negroes. These other people were given their identity. And these so-called pale Asian people, they were being sacrificed by the blacks who ruled here. I'm gonna let you know that. I showed you in one of the books where you see the image of a black ruler and he had white slaves. The people in power in America were black. America was as black as Africa because the people here originally were so-called black people, Negro people. The original people in America were black. Period. I know it's hard for some people to stomach and understand. They did not all die off, man. They were reclassified and made into slaves. And this push to make us African foreigners in our own land is a way to continue to keep us lost to our true identity, who the hell we really are. And this will give us even more ammunition for reparations, if we want reparations, truly want it. Because these bastards have done a big trick bag on us. So when you get these idiots like on YouTube, this I.B. Moore, this clown, where he goes around attacking Dan Calloway. If you disagree with certain things, fine. But he calls them stupid. This Negro went to these white universities and been indoctrinated and been heavily indoctrinated with a lie. That's an idiot, but unfortunately, young black men are listening to that jackass give them misinformation. He comes from that baby boom generation. Now, not all of them are sellouts, because there's many people, brothers and sisters from that generation who actually care about the community, who actually fought for the community, and they knew what was going down, but their voices being drowned due to the fact is that these liberal and conservative Negroes are being backed by corporate sponsors, by these white folks and others. They were being backed financially. So it drowned out the black people who knew the truth. So, but this clown is of that generation. And he brag about, the suits that they wear, where they on travel to, who they been with. That's to me, that's Negro babble, man. And unfortunately, a lot of these young brothers and sisters, they're very impressionable and they're trying to seek knowledge. Some of them are, and they're going to the wrong people for the information because those idiots are still telling you that you're a descendant of African slaves. I keep telling black folks this. Stop saying that stuff because you're not descendant of African slaves, man. And do not let a lot of these foreign blacks tell you who you are. Hey, these bastards are making an amusement park out of so-called slavery. Man, that's not cool. Most of the blacks here were taken as slaves here and then reclassified. All right, they were reclassified someone else, and other people took their land. That's why it's a certain push to make you African, just to make you a foreigner in your own damn land. Can't you understand that? You have to understand this. You are indigenous to this land. America was just as black as Africa. You get all those people in North Africa hollering. Those are nothing but mulattoes running around there. They're not indigenous to anything. And then we look at a lot of the pale Asians, they're nothing but black-white mixture coming from Asia. Because the original people all through Asia were Negroes. The original people all through Asia were Negroes. So do not let outsiders tell who you are. But some of our people, their main things, they want to be quotely integrated with white folks. They want to have the opportunity to be around white folks and others and then lay next to them in the bed. That's how sick a lot of these Negroes are. And they have this so much hatred that they don't want no child to look like them. What they wake up to and what they go to sleep at night, what they see in the mirror. They want to have a child that looks closer to white, so-called, so they won't go through the issues that they went through. That's some sick stuff. Then these same Negroes talk about colorism. Man, I don't take them seriously. I don't take these Negroes seriously. Colorism exists, obviously, yes. But a lot of these Negroes talk about that, and the first light thing or white thing they can get, they get. Now, I'm sick of this, man. Take pride in who you are, but learn your true history. It's out there. These white folks and the other people do not want you to know that. That is why they hate us so much, because they know, some of them know who the hell we really are, but we don't know. And they don't expect you to read. I mean, these Negroes don't want you to read. These Negroes refuse to teach this in colleges because a lot of them don't know, and they don't want to know because they want to continue to lay up next to that white person that they're with. I'm telling you how these Negroes get down. Black academia is a joke. These Negroes still telling you that you were a slave and you only been in America for 500 years and that you come from West Africa when a large part of the history of West Africa was uninhabited. These bastards. They're lying. And then you did have black people in West Africa who warred with a lot of the black people here in Americas. We were constant. Not only we traded with one another, we did fight amongst each other. And you know damn well, when you look at a lot of those West Africans, we look nothing like a lot of them, man. That's a joke. But you allow foreigners to tell you your history, to interpret your history, you are in trouble. All these Asians who claim to be Taino, Arawak, Caribbean, I said it, I was taping a video previously that didn't come out right. They were being sacrificed by the black people who ruled these lands. These people didn't rule anything. So when you look at that National Geographic mess and show you these pale people as the Aztecs, that's a damn lie. Their asses were being sacrificed by the blacks who ruled these lands. I keep seeing these Negroes with these YouTube pages keep saying that we descendants of African slaves. This British chick, man, she does stuff about history. I think she's a reporter over there. I forgot her name. Light-skinned chick. And she continued to talk about the black people here mixed in, quote, the red Indians. Let me tell you something. Brown skin comes in various different colors and the hue is different. Some of my people have a reddish hue. Those pale people are not no red Indians. They're pale people. The so-called red Indians were just another form of brown Negroes. And you had some of my people who were dark chocolate like the ones in Florida with woolly hair. We have woolly and wavy straight hair. Our people have very different hair textures. Some of you Negroes don't get this, and it's sad that I have to keep saying this, but we come in different features. All features originate from so-called black people. All other people have our features. There's no such thing as white features because white features come from black people. All of it comes from us. But that's what I always say, we've been typecast. That one black feature. Those archaeologists made the so-called true Negroid feature with the super wide nose and lips. When we come in various different type of features, our features vary. And then every time they discover a black person that's very ancient around the world, they instantly label it as an African. See, that's another trick. And that's making the person that they found there who's indigenous to that land already claiming them to be a foreigner, which they're not. Not all black people are African. I keep telling black folks that. You can't fall for that trick. You cannot fall for that trick. Because these clowns going to constantly say that because they want to constantly make the indigenous people here foreigners by making foreigners indigenous to this damn land. You have to stop saying that you descended of African slaves, because the majority of black people are already here. And many of the ones who came here came from Europe. Majority of people, our people, did not come from no damn West African slave. That's a damn lie. And that lie continue to be perpetuated and pushed. That's a lie, man. And I'm telling you this. That's a damn lie. So I want you, brothers and sisters, continue to do your research. Continue to dig up information. I'm going to continue to give my sources. All right? I'm going to continue to give some sources. I'm going to try to do another one. Hopefully I can get a video in before Thursday, actually. All right? Or at least on Thursday. I'm trying to get a video in there. But I want you, brothers and sisters, to really, really study your history. Do not listen to them clowns out east, man, telling you that old midget Jabari, that old Garfield, the little Jamaican midget, Jabari, all those clowns from the Amon Ra squad. They're idiots, man. Umar Johnson, Seti. These Negroes don't know what the hell they talking about. They don't have a clue what the hell they talking about. They're reading books by Dr. Ben, claiming that we came here for African slaves, or they'll tell you that Egypt was black, which it was. And then Africans came over in Americas and they had a presence here. No. Black people were already here. Indigenous black people weren't African, who had a great civilization here, and they took that knowledge and they brought it to Africa. It wasn't Africa bringing it here. It took the Aboriginal black people from America, went to Africa, and gave them the goddamn knowledge. This information is right under your nose, but you have to constantly seek it and study it. You had your older civilizations here. You had other groups building on top of it. So the oldest is at the bottom, while you have newer groups continue to build on top of the groups that came before them. Study your true history. Study your true damn history. You're not descendants of African slaves. Stop that lie. Stop that lie now. Do not listen to these Jack Daniel Negroes on YouTube telling you that you came over here on a ship. That white folks just brought you all over here in a ship from Africa on the Atlantic, when the Atlantic was known as being tumultuous. It was hard to sail on the Atlantic. That the Pacific was more known as the water with the more calm waters. So they're going to bring a bunch of cargo and slaves throughout the Atlantic, knowing that the Atlantic was very tumultuous and people try to avoid going through the Atlantic. Do not listen to these idiots. Not saying people did not sail the Atlantic. I said that black folks sailed all over the world in each river, but the Pacific is known as the calm. That's why I see a lot of those Negroes were over in California, because they came from the Pacific. All right, and he settled and built civilizations over the Pacific. There's a Timbuktu in California, just like there's a Timbuktu in Africa. I want you, brothers and sisters, to understand this. And so they travel throughout the riverbeds, throughout the Americas and within. That's why those mounds and a lot of those structures are near riverbanks or former areas that had river streams going near there that dried up. All right, brothers and sisters, man. Have a great, great day. Peace and love.